My name is Nikhil Giri. I am a fresher in chemistry department at IIT Kharagpur, and this is my submission for DIY assignment of assembly disassembly. My roll number is 20CY20012 and my section number is 12. So first let's see if the appliance is working. So power, and yeah, so it's working. So now let's see the external features. So there is this charging port over here where we can provide external power and charge it. Then we have two LEDs. This indicate whether the racket is charging. This indicates whether the racket has current and power in it. This is the power button. If it is on, then this lights up. This is the on off button. If this is off, then no matter what I do, we don't get any output. But when this is on, the LED lights up and we get an electrical discharge over there. So now let's see how it works. So to see that, first we have to disassemble it. So there are a few screws. We will take them out. Very simple. We won't take them all the way out. We can just remove the body along with it so that the assembly will be simple. And let's just give it a little bit of that push. I think this one is still tight. So we have this. So this is the circuit. We can see this is the charging port. As I mentioned, we will provide external power to it, and it will store the potential difference in this 3-volt rechargeable battery. So if you have some of these rackets lying around which you are not planning on using, so it is a good idea to salvage this. Then there is this circuit. We will try to access it in a minute, and then there is this net. So let's try and access this circuit. Now while accessing the circuit, there are a few things we must be careful about. Since this circuit consists of capacitors, we don't want to touch any of these terminals and short them, as we might get a little bit of shock. So let's just slowly turn it without touching any component. Yeah. So this is the charging LED. If there is power here, the battery is getting charged, then this LED will light up, and this is the resistance which makes sure that this doesn't lose. Then this is a series capacitance. Whenever the power is on, potential difference is stored in this, which then undergoes the step-up transformer. This is a very small step-up transformer, and then we have this big capacitor. So the potential difference from this capacitor is stepped up and stored into this capacitor. Okay, and then we have this push button. This is a toggle button, and we have some resistances. These are 4 lines resistances. We can find the values. This is an FP transistor, and yeah, that's it. Whenever this power button is on, these are 3 cables. This is neutral, and these are 2 high powered electrical wires. And whenever this is on and this button is pressed, when the circuit gets complete, any conductor comes into contact, there is an release in this capacitor's potential difference, and we see an electrical discharge. So now let's reassemble it and see whether it works again. So while reassembling it, we have to be careful that these buttons are aligned with the respective buttons in the circuit, otherwise it won't work, as well as the LEDs go into their correct slots. So yeah, seems everything is fine except this button. Okay, and we attach this button into now. Also attach the circuit. Everything seems fine. Now we have to be careful we don't all the wires remain inside and doesn't come outside. So and yeah, so once it is aligned pretty well, yeah, okay. Now let's tighten it. We kept the screws inside for this purpose. That's why it's pretty simple. We will just the screws. This, and this one. Okay, it's pretty tight now. Okay, now let's turn it on. Let's keep it right here and electrical discharge. So this is how an electrical mosquito bat works. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.